Welcome to Hornet Softball on mybasin.com. Today, the Klamath Union Pelicans come here to face the Henley Hornets here at Henley High School. We'll be right back with our Gary Sheen Country Financial starting lineups after a quick tune-up break. We'll be right back. Starting pitch after this.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed
Welcome back to Hornet Softball on mybasin.com. Today, the 10-6 Klamath Union Pelicans, they're 0-3 in league, come to play against the 5-10 Henley Hornets. The Hornets are yet to play a league game, so this will be their first league game against the Pelicans. Batting now for the Pelicans is number 8, the center fielder, Dahlia Bonnell. So we got started a little bit early today, folks. So let me introduce to you the Gary Sheen Country Financial starting lineups. For the Pelicans, it's going to be number 8, the center fielder, Dahlia Bonnell. Number 6, Jocelyn Rice, the catcher, Harris. Number 4, at first base, Alexandra Pinacho. Number 7, at shortstop, Amelia Esquera. At third, number 15, Anissa Jimenez. At pitching today for the Klamath Union Pelicans, number 3, Ella Hammond. In the 8 hole, number 33, the right fielder, Marley Reeves. And to round up the lineup, it's going to be Caitlin Fettinger, number 13, the left fielder for the Hornets. Or for the Pelicans, excuse me. Pitching for the Hornets is going to be Gracie White. So our count 2-2 here. Ball 3. The count will run full. Gracie White starts off against the top of the lineup, number 8, Dahlia Bonnell. Ball 4, take your base. Next up to bat for the Pelicans, number 6, Jocelyn Rice. Rice plays catcher for the Pelicans. Oh boy. Let's see here. It's a bright day. I can't see my computer screen today. Great day for softball as that rising pitch rises a little bit too much. Bunnell will head to second as the ball will get past Birch. Looking at these two teams' season. Ooh, there's a spider there. Ooh, great outdoors. The Pelicans are on a 5-game losing streak after starting their season off 10-1. The Hornets are also on a losing streak. They're only on a 4-game losing streak. They went up and played at Lassen College in a tournament there. They played the last 4 teams. From what I heard, they were pretty good competition. So overall, the Hornets are 5-10, but I don't think that tells the whole story. They haven't played a league game yet. The Pelicans are 0-3 in the league. Out now, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bunnell is still out there on second for the Pelicans. Rice will hit that one to Schroeder. Schroeder looks back the runner, throws first, gets her out. So they'll make the play at first, but that will allow Bunnell to advance to third. One out, next up to bat, number 007 Harris. Harris plays second base for the Pelicans. First pitch, good eye, ball 1. Seven Harris hits one straight away into center field. It's caught by Grant. That'll mark the second out of the top of the first for the Hornets. 1 out away from getting out of this first inning. Next up to bat for the Pelicans, number 4, Alexandra Pinacho. Pinacho plays first base for the Pelicans as White throws one right in the zone. Count 0-1. Count 0-1, 2 outs. White fires in the dirt. It's past Birch. They got to play at home, and the toss is off. That will allow Bunnell to score. The Hornets lead 1-0. So that pass ball will be will make the count 1-1. 2 outs. Pinacho fouls one up. Birch not able to get to that in time. Makes the count 1-2. Another foul ball. Count will stay 1-2. Pinacho seeing the ball well. Gracie White has a little bit of room to work with here at this at-bat. Infield backed up. Strike 3. And a backwards K for Gracie White to end the top of the first. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first as the Hornets come up to bat after a quick break on mybasin.com.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the
Welcome back to Henley Softball on mybasin.com. The Pelicans were able to score once last inning, leading 1-0. Top of the lineup for the Hornets here in the bottom of the first is going to be number 16, the shortstop, Ollie Birch, number 6, the center fielder, Hayden Higgins, and number 7, the pitcher, Gracie White. Birch with a good eye for the first pitch. Count now 1-0. In the circle for the Pelicans today, it's going to be Ella Hammond. Ball 2. Just a little bit too high. Again, looking at the Henley Hornets season, they started off 0-4 with back-to-back wins after that. Had another couple losses, and then it seemed like they were on a winning streak until they went out and faced a 12-1 and 13-1 team down at Lassen College. Ball 4, take your base. Solly Birch will get on base off of a walk. Next up to the bat, number 6, Hayden Higgins. Higgins plays center field for the Hornets. Ball 1. It's a great day for softball. Nice and sunny. A couple of crosstown rivals going at it. Oh! The ball is hit hard by Higgins, and it hits Ollie Birch in the base path. So, Ollie will go back to the dugout. That marks the first out. Higgins on first. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 7, Gracie White. White is pitching for the Hornets today. The strike just caught the outer third of the plate. Well-placed pitch from Ella Hammond. That ball was hit hard to center field, and it's out. Home run, Gracie White. So that'll score 2 for the Hornets. Hornets now leading 2-1. Up to the plate for the Hornets. Number 18, Michaela Schroeder. So with a 1-run lead, 1 out here in the bottom of the first, Schroeder will step up to the plate. Ella Hammond still in the circle for the Pelicans. Ball outside. Count now 1-0. Ball 2. Count 2-0 now. Ball low and inside. Count 3-0. That will hit her. She'll reach first base. If I were a pitcher, I would not want to throw strikes to Michaela Schroeder either. It's hard not to imagine that being gone. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 10, the right fielder, Laylee Segura. Hammond tries to pick off Schroeder there at first. Schroeder gets back in time. There's still 1 out. Count 1-0. Ball 2, just a little bit outside. Segura will foul that one off. Just to the right, into the net. Count now 2-1. Meatball down the middle, fouled off. Yet again, count now 2-2. Beautiful day for softball out here. Boy, I think the last time I was out here was all cloudy and rainy, and the sun's out. It's about 70 degrees. Makes it kind of fun to be out here. A dropped ball behind the plate allows Michaela Schroeder to reach second. Count 3-2. It's always fun out here when softball's being played, but pleasant weather makes it extra fun. Segura fouls another one off. Count stays full, 3-2. Segura fouls another one up. Goes just over the fence. Not playable for Rice, who's there behind the plate for the Pelicans. Count stays full, 3-2. Ball 4, take your base. An impressive battle from Segura pays off. Now now runners on first and second base for the Hornets. Next up to the plate, number 4, Belle Birch. Birch plays catcher for the Hornets. Schroeder's still out there on second. On first is Segura. 1 out. Hammond fires. It's going to be low. Count 1-0. Strike one. Count even at 1. The Hornets still lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. There's one out. Schroeder on second. Segura on first. And Birch will be hit with a pitch. That'll load the bases for the Hornets with one out. Next up to the plate, number 15, Jillian Vickery. Vickery plays second base for the Hornets. We've got a bit of a conference in between the circle. So a courtesy runner will come in for Bell Birch. It's going to be number 13, Cozy Venegas. So Hammond will stay out there in the circle for the Pelicans. See what game plan they came up with. As the bases are loaded with only one out here in the bottom of the first. Jillian Vickery up to the plate. Vickery, swing and a miss for strike one. It was a good looking pitch, a little bit of an off speed there. We've got Schroeder on third. Laylee Segura on second, strike two. And Cozy Venegas on first. Count 0-2 as Jillian Vickery has to battle back here. See her two-strike approach. She'll check her swing for strike three. So 2 outs, bases loaded. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 12, KB Blankenship. Rising ball, just high for ball one. Good eye. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Blankenship at the plate. Hammond in between the circle. Here in the circle. A pass ball. And they'll get her. Michaela Schroeder trying to get at home. Tagged out. The Hornets will leave 2 stranded on the base paths as they lead 2-1. We'll be right back for the top of the second inning here for Henley Softball on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on MyBasin.com. We're now in the top of the second inning as the Hornets lead 2-1 against the Klamath Union Pelicans. Last inning, the Hornets were able to score 2. There was only 1 out before Jillian Vickery struck out, and then Michaela Schroeder was tagged out at home. So that leaves us with our score here, 2-1. Up to the plate, number 7, Amelia Square. Square plays shortstop for the Pelicans. Strike 1. Gracie White still in the circle here for the Hornets. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So Square is going to have to battle back here. Take a 2-strike approach, choke up a little bit. Gracie White's got some room to work with. The infield, backed up. Ball 1, just a little bit too high. Count 1-2. Strike 3. Gets her looking. So, Gracie White ended the inning last inning with a backwards K, and she'll do it to start the top of the second. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 15, Anissa Jimenez. Jimenez plays third base for the Pelicans. Jimenez will foul that one off the back of the net. We'll start this at-bat with a count of 0-1. Strike 2. Got her to go. Count 0-2. Boy, the Pelicans got out of a pickle last inning. Hornets were up 2-1. There was 1 out, and the bases were loaded. Jimenez fires one down the third base foul line. It'll just fall foul. And the count will stay 0-2. An off-speed pitch gets Jimenez to half commit. It's going to be another strikeout for Gracie White. She's starting this inning off hot. 2 outs, no one on base. The Hornets still lead 2-1. Up to the plate now for the Pelicans, number 3, the pitcher, Ella Hammond. Wow, a great play from Michaela Schroeder to catch that little bit of a blooper from Ella Hammond. Really reached for that one. So 3 up, 3 down for the Hornets. We'll see you at the bottom of the second after a quick break on MyBasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Welcome back to Hornets softball on mybasin.com. The Hornets were able to go 3 up, 3 down with excellent pitching from Gracie White. They ended with a great catch from Michaela Schroeder at third. And the next up to the plate for the Hornets, it's going to be number 12, KB Blankenship. Blankenship, an open stance. She'll get hit by a pitch, and she'll take first base. Next up to the plate, rounding out the lineup, number 14, the center fielder, Callie Grant. Strike one on the outer third of the plate, count 0-1. Ball in the dirt as Blankenship takes second standing up. That'll make the count 1-1. Ella Hammond is still in the circle for the Pelicans. She'll pitch that one over the catcher's head, and that will allow Blankenship to advance to third. We've got a runner in prime scoring position if Callie Grant can place one well. Count 2-1. Blankenship fouls one, or no, excuse me, Grant fouls one into the stands. Count 2-2. No outs, runner on third. Grant has an excellent opportunity for an RBI. And she'll get hit by a pitch. So two batters hit in a row. That'll bring up the next batter, number 16 at the top of the lineup, the shortstop, Ollie Birch. No outs, runners on first and third. Hornets still leading 2-1. Top of the lineup is here. Now last inch run for her sister, Belle Birch. And they'll pick off Blankenship at third. Head by Rice to hit Jimenez. Jimenez applying the tag. And that'll mark the first out of this inning. Birch looks at strike one. Count 1-1. So one out for the Hornets now. Grant on first. Birch up to bat. She'll bunt one to first and a double play to end the inning for the Pelicans. Wild turn of events. And I'll see you at the top of the third. Back after this on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Stop teasing me, stop teasing me. I could change your life so easily. I keep begging you to stay, but you're leaving me.
Welcome back to the top of the third inning here at Henley High School as the Henley Hornets are playing defense in the top of the third. The Pelicans were able to get out of the last inning in a crazy play from Pinacho. She caught a popped-up bunt from Ollie Birch and was able to tag first to get Callie Grant out as well. So the Hornets still lead 2-1, but the Pelicans still have hope here. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 33, Marley Reeves. Ball one. Strike one, count now 1-1. Last inning, Gracie White started the inning off well. The Hornets were able to go 3 up, 3 down, and she got the first 2 outs through strikeouts. Now, pitching against the 8-hole, Marley Reeves. Ball 2, count now 2-1. Reeves pops one up to even the count, make it 2-2. Reeves hits one to third base. Schroeder almost overthrows Blankenship at first. Blankenship is able to jump up and catch it, but her foot comes off the base, and Marley Reeves makes it to first. So no outs so far. Caitlin Feniger up to the plate, rounding out the lineup. She'll take ball one. Feniger gets a hold of that one, hits it right over the head of Ollie Birch. And that's a safe single for Caitlin Feniger. Next up to the plate for the Pelicans, back at the top of the lineup, number 8, Dahlia Bonnell. Bonnell plays center field for the Pelicans. So now we've got runners on first and second for the Pelicans. No outs. Dolly Bennell in the top of the lineup at bat. Pitch gets past Birch. She'll have to eat it, and runners advance to second and third. Now there's two runners in scoring position. The Pelicans could take the lead if Bennell can poke it somewhere. Count 1-0. Bennell hits one straight to shortstop. She'll tag the runner in the base path. Marley Reeves comes home. That's why you slide. 2 outs. And that'll even the score for the Pelicans. So the score is 2-2 as Marley Reeves was able to get home on that one. A little bit of an awkward play, but scored nonetheless. So now there's a runner at first only for the Pelicans. Up to the plate, number 6, the catcher, Jocelyn Rice. Rice lines up forward in the batter's box. Pops one up to first, and Blankenship will get the third out for the Hornets. All right, that'll be the second out for the Hornets. Next up to the plate, going to be number 007 Harris. Strike one right down the middle. Excellent pitch from Gracie White. Bennell still on first for the Pelicans. Harris still in the batter's box. Count 0-1. Ball 1. Count now 1-1. Strike 2. Got her to swing. Count now 1-2. 7 Harris has to take a 2-strike approach here. Gracie White has some room to work with. Count 1-2. Okay, ball 2 low. That was a close one. 2 balls, 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The score is 2-2. Number 007 Harris up to the plate. It'll be a ball in the dirt. Count runs full. Strike 3. Harris got a piece of that one, but it's caught by Birch. So 2-2. The score after the top of the third. We'll be right back with the bottom of the third for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Entering the bottom of the third inning here at Henley High School, the Hornets allowed the Pelicans to score once this inning. Score now 2-2. Next up to the plate, number 6, center fielder Hayden Higgins. Higgins had a single her last time up to bat in the first inning. First pitch, strike one. Still in the circle for the Pelicans, Ella Hammond. Higgins gets a hold of that one. It just falls foul. Count now 0-2. Higgins has to battle back here. Higgins pops one up back into their own stands. Count 0-2. She's battling back. Got a piece of it. Now she just needs to direct it. The outfield for the Pelicans. Back towards the fence. Ball one. Ella Hammond has a couple pitches to work with here. Drop third strike, and Higgins reaches. She'll round first, go to second. She rounds second. Coach White's waving her home, and an inside the park home run for Hayden Higgins on a drop third strike. Incredible. So Hayden Higgins starts this inning off well for the Hornets. Next up to the plate, the pitcher, number 7, Gracie White. Now, the last time Gracie White was up to the plate, she hit a home run in the first inning. But right now, we're going to have a conference in the circle. I'll step aside. We'll take a quick break, and I'll be right back for more Henley softball on mybasin.com. Okay, I suppose they did not sub out their pitcher. We're going to keep her in here. So 3-2, the Hornets now lead after an inside the park home run off of a drop third strike and an error from Hayden Higgins. Up to the plate now, Gracie White. White, as I said before, hit a home run her last time up to the plate. She'll look at the first strike go by. Count 0-1. White fouls that one off. She's still swinging for the fences. That'll make the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. White Look at that one, just a little bit high. Count 1-2. White hits one back up the middle. That'll be a single for Gracie White. No outs still. The Hornets lead 3-2. Runner on first. Next up to the plate, number 18, Michaela Schroeder. Schroeder plays third base for the Hornets. Her last time up to the plate, she looked at 3 balls go by before she was hit by a pitch and sent to first. Ball 1, just a little bit outside. Count 1-0. Strike 1. Count now 1-1. No outs. Gracie White still at first. Schroeder hits one hard to third off the glove of Jimenez. And a single for Michaela Schroeder. So now we have runners on first and second. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 10, Laylee Segura. Segura in a wide batting stance. 1 foot outside of the batter's box. She'll watch the first strike go by. So, no outs so far. Runners on first and second. The Hornets lead 3-2. Segura up to the plate. Segura swings at a low one, straight to shortstop. Gonna mark the first out for the Hornets as the Pelicans cut down the lead runner. Next up to the plate, number 4, the catcher, Belle Birch. Last time up to the plate, Belle Birch was hit by a pitch. Count 1-0. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Good eye from Belle Birch. Count now 2-1. She'll take that one inside. Another good eye. Count 3-1. So Michaela Schroeder out there at second. On first is Laylee Segura. And they'll call that pitch a strike. Count runs full. Schroeder reached third. So now we've got runners on the corners. 1 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Birch lines up towards the front of the batter's box. And ball 4, take your base. Next up to the plate, number 15, Jillian Vickery. Vickery struck out her last time up to the plate in the first inning. But here with the bases loaded and 1 out, it's kind of like deja vu. Strike 1. That ball is hit hard, and it bounces just before the fence as Vickery reaches second, a 2 RBI double for Jillian Vickery. So the Hornets score twice, making the score 5-2. Jillian Vickery gets her get back. Next up to the plate, number 12, KB Blankenship. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Last inning, Blankenship was hit by a pitch and sent to first. This time she gets a hold of it, sends one high into left field. It's caught by Fettinger, but Venegas will score. And the Hornets now lead 6-2. 2 outs. Up to the plate now for the Hornets. It's going to be number 14, Callie Grant. Ball 1. Count 1-0 for Grant. Grant shows bunt, ball high. And that will allow Jillian Vickery to take third base. So 1 out, runner in prime scoring position. Count 1-0. Another rising ball. This time it's caught by Rice. Count 2-0. It's going to be ball 4, take your base. So Callie Grant gets a base on balls, back up to the top of the lineup. The only one who hasn't hit this inning, number 16, the shortstop, Ollie Birch. So for her last 2 times up to the plate, she flew out to first in the second inning, and in the first inning, she got a base on balls, so she was walked. And this will be her 3rd time up to the plate in 3 innings. Count 1-0. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for the Hornets. Just going to let that one go. High and outside for ball 2. Birch hits that one hard and high into center field. It's caught. And Bunnell will end the inning for the Pelicans, but not before the Hornets can make the score 6-2. I'll be right back for the top of the fourth inning for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food.
For your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
The Hornets lead the Pelicans 6-2 here in the top of the fourth after batting through the full lineup of the third. Up to the plate for the Pelicans, it's going to be number 4, Alexander Pinacho. Ball 1 in the dirt. Count now 1-0. Gracie White still in the circle for the Hornets. She's pitched well today. She has 3 strikeouts on the day. Strike 1. Pinacho gets a hold of that one. It's hit to the fence there in left field. She's waved around to second base. It's a close play, and she's safe. So a double for Alexandra Pinacho. Next up to the plate for the Pelicans, number 7, the shortstop, Amelia Squera. Square hits that one foul. Count 0-1. Square shows bunt, pops that one up foul. That'll bring the count 0-2. Ball low and outside. Count now 1-2. Pinacho is still out there on second. No outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside pitch, fouled off. Count stays 1-2. Square hits that one hard into left field. It's bobbled a little bit. There's now runners on the corners for Klamath Union. No outs. Next up to the plate, number 15, Anissa Jimenez. Jimenez struck out her last time up to the plate. That was back in the second inning. Jimenez shows bunt. She pulls back. It's going to be ball one. We're going to have a quick conference. Well, we're going to have a conference here in the circle for the Hornets. After a quick pep talk, we'll take the field again. Let's play ball. So count 1-0. Anissa Jimenez up to the plate for the Pelicans. Runners on the corners for Klamath Union. Jimenez pops one up to first base. It's caught by Blankenship. That'll mark the first out here at the top of the fourth. Next up to the plate for the Pelicans, it's going to be the pitcher, number 3, Ella Hammond. Hammond swing and a miss for strike one. Count 0-1, one out. Runners on first and third. Rising ball, and Birch cuts down the runner at second. And the runner at third. What a play for the Hornets to end the top of the fourth. Oh, wow. A couple of heads-up plays. We'll be right back for the bottom of the fourth as the Hornets come up to the plate. Try and put more on the board. Back after this on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Welcome back to Hornet Softball on mybasin.com. The Hornets enter the bottom of the fourth after ending the top of the fourth with kind of a crazy double play there. They cut down the runner there trying to steal second, and then the runner at third base was caught off guard by the action at second, so they got her too. And now they're up to the plate with number 6, Hayden Higgins, leading us off this inning. Last inning, the Hornets were able to get through their entire lineup with Higgins starting things off last inning as well. She hit a home run last inning. She gets a hold of this one, but this one instead is popped up to center field. It's going to be caught by Bunnell, and that'll mark the first out of the bottom of the 4th. Next up to the plate, the other player for the Hornets who's hit a home run this game, number 7, Gracie White. White hits one right back up the middle, bounces off of Ella Hammond's ankle, and it results in an unplayable ball for the Pelicans as Grace White gets to first. She'll have a courtesy runner come in for her. That's going to be number 1, Riley Hollingsworth. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 18, Michaela Schroeder. So 1 out, runner on first. Schroeder up to the plate for the Hornets. First pitch, ball high. Schroeder hits one right back up the middle, and Hollingsworth reaches second. Schroeder reaches first. Now runners on first and second for the Hornets, with number 10, Laylee Segura, up to the plate. Segura has reached first every time she's been up to the plate with 2 singles this game. She sets up in the batter's box in an open stance, her left foot outside of the batter's box. First pitch, ball 1. Ball 2 in the dirt. Count 2-0, 1 out. Segura pops it up into right field, and it's caught. Hollingsworth tags up from second and reaches third, so now there's runners on the corners for the Hornets. 2 outs, the Hornets still lead 6-2. Up to the plate, number 4, the catcher, Belle Birch. So Belle Birch reached first twice this game. In the first inning, she was hit by a pitch. And in the third inning, last inning, she reached the base on balls. So it's going to be ball 1. And Schroeder will reach second. Now we've got 2 runners in scoring position. Birch has an opportunity for a couple of RBI. She'll pop that one up to second base. That was Harris who made the play. And that marks the end of the bottom of the 4th. I'll be right back with the top of the 5th for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com, or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on mybasin.com. We're now entering the top of the 5th inning. Hornets were held scoreless last inning. Up to the plate for the Pelicans. It's going to be number 3, the pitcher. Last time Hammond was up to the plate, she flew out to the shortstop. This time she'll hit one right off the end of her bat to first base. And that'll be the first out of the top of the 5th. Next up to the plate for the Pelicans, number 33, the right fielder, Marley Reeves. Reeves fouls that one off behind her. Count now 0-1. Strike 1. Or strike 2, excuse me. Count now 0-2. Reeves fouls that one off behind her. Count stays 0-2. Ball 1 just a little bit high. Count now 1-2. Gracie White pitching for the Hornets today. Reeves hits one into the dugout of the Hornets. Way to stay alive for Marley Reeves. Count 1-2. Reeves hits one straight to shortstop. That's Ollie Burge who throws it to Blankenship at first to complete the play. That's 2 outs for the Hornets at the top of the 5th. Next up for the Pelicans, it's going to be number 13, Caitlin Fettinger. Fettinger plays left field for the Hornets. Fettinger watches strike 1 go by. Right down the middle. Beautiful pitch from Gracie White. Fettinger fouls one off. Count now 0-2. 0-2, 2 outs, no one on base. Gracie White fires, and it's fouled off yet again behind the stands. Fettinger will stay alive. Ball a little bit too high. That's ball one. Count 1-2, 2 outs, no one on base. Fettinger at the plate. White pitching for the Hornets. Strike three. That'll be the fourth strikeout for Gracie White this game, and she'll end the top of the fifth. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fifth as the Hornets come up to the plate. Back after this on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on mybasin.com as the Hornets lead 6-2 here at the bottom of the fifth. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 15, Jillian Vickery. Vickery had a 2 RBI double last inning. Now she'll lead us off here for the top of the fifth. First pitch, strike one down the middle. An excellent pitch to swing at. No contact was made. Count now 0-2. Jillian Vickery has to battle back here. Ball one, just a little bit outside. Count 1-2, Vickery. Fouls one off behind us onto a car. That made a dent. Oof. Wasn't my car, I know that for sure. Count 1-2. Excuse me, that was ball two. Count 2-2 now. No outs. Vickery still up to the plate for the Hornets. In the circle for the Pelicans, Ella Hammond. Gonna be ball three. Count 3-2. Full count. Vickery fouls another one off behind us. She'll spare the cars in the parking lot. She's battling back here. Ball 4 in the dirt. Wow, Vickery found herself down 0-2 at the beginning of this at-bat. She then battled back and was able to be walked to first. So a well-earned base on balls for Jillian Vickery. Next up to bat, number 12, KB Blankenship. Blankenship fouls one off behind us into the field. She'll start this at bat with a count of 0-1. So no outs in the bottom of the fifth. The Hornets lead 6-2. Jillian Vickery on first. Ball 1. Count now 1-1. Gonna call that pitch a strike. It's a little bit outside. Maybe it caught an inch of the plate. Count 1-2. Blankenship hits one up. It's high, it's caught. That was Seven Harris with the catch there at second base. That'll mark the first out of this inning. Next up to the plate for the Hornets, number 14, Callie Grant. Last two times up to the plate for Callie Grant. She was hit by a pitch in the second inning, and then in the third inning she was walked. Dropped ball behind the plate. Allows Jillian Vickery to advance to second. She'll slide in there. She'll be safe. Count 1-1. Grant lays down a bunt down the third base line. Jimenez looks back the runner at second, and Vickery will reach third. So Callie Grant was able to beat that one out. So we'll stay here with one out in the bottom of the fifth. Runners on the corners. Next up to the plate, number 16 at the top of the lineup, Ollie Birch. Birch pops one up, and it's caught by first base. So that'll be the second out, the bottom of the fifth. Next up to the plate, number 6, the center fielder, Hayden Higgins. So Hayden Higgins in the first inning had a single. In the third inning, she had a home run. And then last inning, she flew out to center field. Higgins hits one hard into center field again. This time it'll drop. That's a base hit and an RBI for Hayden Higgins. Hornets now lead 7-2 in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. Next up to the plate, number 7, Gracie White. Gracie White hits one back to the fence. She'll go 2, and she'll hit in another 2 runners for the Hornets. Hornets now lead 9-2 in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. Next up to the plate, number 18, Michaela Schroeder. All right, here we go. We'll have our second conference here in the circle. I'll step aside for a quick break and be right back with more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes.
Welcome back to Henley softball on mybasin.com. Michaela Schroeder up to the plate for the Hornets. She's gotten to first every single time she's been up to the plate this game. She got a base on balls in the first inning, a single in the third, and a single in the fourth. We're now in the bottom of the fifth. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on third for the Hornets. Schroeder hits a line drive into the gap in the outfield between the center and right fielder, Schroeder beats the tag there at second. And an RBI double for Michaela Schroeder. Next up to the plate, number 10, the right fielder, Laylee Segura. Laylee hit a single in the first inning, a single in the third, and flew out to right field last inning. This time she hits one into the outfield, rounds first, gets to second in an RBI double for Laylee Segura. The Hornets now lead 11-2. One more run, and they will win, as it is the bottom of the fifth inning. And the rule is 10 runs in 5 innings is the mercy rule. So the potential game-ending score is out there on second with Laylee Segura. Up to the plate right now is number 4, Belle Birch. So after 4 doubles in a row for the Hornets, Birch has an opportunity to walk it off with 2 outs left. Nice pitch from Ella Hammond. She'll go up in the count 0-2. Ball one. Just a little bit low and inside. As Laylee Segura is able to steal third. Now a well-placed ground ball could walk it off for the Hornets. One ball, two strikes, two outs. Runner at third. The Hornets lead 11-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Ball two, just a little bit outside. A great job from the catcher, Rice, for the Pelicans to get in front of that ball and not let that pass her. That could have been the game-ending run right there. Birch checks her swing. It's a ball high. Count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hornets lead 11-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Birch takes a good swing at that one. She'll foul it off. Count stays 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Segura on third. Birch will take her base. Ball 4 in the dirt. And she'll also take second. I believe they'll send her there. They want that force out. Next up to the plate, number 15, Jillian Vickery. Jillian Vickery started off this inning up to the plate. She got a base on balls. We're going to talk about, I believe, what Belle Birch did out on the field here. So, back up to the plate for the second time this inning, number 15, the second baseman, Jillian Vickery. She'll watch the first strike go by down the middle for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hornets lead 11-2, 2 runners in scoring position, although the walk-off run is there on third. As Vickery hits one hard, line drive into right field to bring 2 home. Laylee Segura and Cozy Venegas, and that's ball game. Laylee Segura scores the winning run. I'll be right back with more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Well, the Hornets win 13-2 off of a mercy rule in the 5th inning. Boy, it was a really close game until the bottom of the 5th. It was 2-2 in the 2nd inning, and then 6-2 in the top of the 5th. And then in that one inning, the Hornets scored 7 to mercy rule the Pelicans. At the beginning of this game, it took a while for the Hornets to warm up, and the Pelicans were playing really well. I was impressed. But the Hornets turned on the engines and ended up winning it 13-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Big thank you to Coach Scott White. A big thank you to AD Luke Hammond. And good job to Hayden Higgins and Gracie White, who both hit home runs today. And we also had 5 RBI doubles in the bottom of the 5th. So, good job, Hornets. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Henley Softball on mybasin.com. Have a good night.